two countries similar? Is it their people? Is it their landscape, their culture? Or is it their economy? Add to that globalization and you have a booming economy. Well, I am on an adventure to discover two countries that are similar yet so different. One is my motherland, my homeland, India, which I think I know enough about. And the other one is Asia's best kept secret, Taiwan. Taiwan seems to know a lot about India already. Few months back, a Taiwanese business weekly carried a cover story on the opportunities in India. And that's why India is also included in their southbound policy, which seeks to expand links between South and Southeast Asia. Well, I am on to my next adventure right now. Hello, Taiwan. Taiwan and India work closely together in the high-tech IC industry. Many students in India come to Taiwan to study high technology. Taiwan's food, health, organic agriculture, biotechnology are important industries in which India can cooperate with Taiwan in the future. The construction of smart cities in Taiwan is perfect. Traveling in Taiwan, shopping and transportation are very convenient. They not only have the most cordial service, but with the development of technology networks are now combining innovative services such as Internet of Things and smart living. India is a key to Taiwan's new southward direction. India is the most watched market in the world after China's economic slowdown. At present, Taiwan is still relatively unfamiliar to India and needs to know each other better. Taiwan and India each have their own characteristics in terms of cultural soft power and each shows strong appeal. But in fact, both countries are agricultural countries and have gradually developed high-tech industries. There are many things in common. The people get along with each other and they all show the atmosphere of yearning for kindness and happiness, which is also a highlight of the exchanges between the two countries. Taiwan is a melting pot of cultures with its residents from diversified backgrounds, just like India, which also has a manifold of citizens from different cultures, adding to its rich cultural heritage. A semblance of the old world charm mixed with massive industrialization is what makes Taiwan what it is. Once we dreamt that we were strangers, we wake up to find that we are dear to each other. These lines are from Rabindranath Tagore's Stray Birds, and I cannot emphasize the truth it rings in. Tagore's literature is world famous, but here in Taiwan, it's almost as if they study it. Tagore in Taiwan is as synonymous as Tagore in India. That's what poetry does. Words laced with emotions so strong that language is no barrier. The Taiwanese culture strongly relies on its educational strength. Many well-known bookstores are frequented by book aficionados as well as students, mostly international students. Mr. Hong Ho Cheng, President of National Tsinghua University. Sir, it's interesting to know that Tsinghua University actually has so many Indian students from all the universities in Taiwan. What do you think about this university attracts so many Indians here?
Major reason is, of course, National Tsinghua University is a top university and international reputable university here. The living expense and tuition are relatively low compared to the international peers. So this is best choice for many students to stay here. Second, we are in the same city and close to the Taiwan Silicon Valley, the Science Park. So that provides the graduate students a very bright future career.
How do you think both countries can work together for future developments?
Now we have a joint PhD program with IIT Madras and IIT Bombay.
Right.
So we look forward to build up more. I think there's also a large potential that the industrial liaison can be pursued.
Wow.
So there are several aspects I think we can go forward.
Taiwan has an outstanding higher education system that provides opportunities for international students to study a wide variety of subjects, ranging from Taiwanese language and history to tropical agriculture and forestry, genetic engineering, business, semiconductors, and more. According to statistics, the total number of students coming to Taiwan in 2018 has reached 2,398. That's a 56% increase from 2017.
Anand. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Saurabh.
Saurabh, hi. So, how did you know about coming to Taiwan and studying here as an option?
My previous advisor was a professor here. So
Okay.
he went back to India. He recommended this university to me. Otherwise, this is kind of off-radar place for Indian students.
I have a couple of seniors studying here, and when I was in India, they were working with my dad. So after that, they came here to
That's
do their
all.
PhDs, and then they were like, "Oh, you can come here. It's a beautiful place to study."
So, how would you say is the learning environment in Taiwan?
I would say that it's quite open-minded approach rather than the traditional approach what we have in India.
Right.
So the professors usually combine their research along with the teaching. So they are always exploring the frontiers of research. So I think I like this approach more.
Would you recommend Taiwan as a place to your family and friends to come here and study?
After coming here, we realized that it's a wonderful place to study. It's a world-class premier institute which has cutting-edge research going on. So it's a nice place.
Do you know that the education ties between India and Taiwan have been so strong that in the end of 2016, the Taiwan Ministry of Education announced a multiplication plan for the Indian students in Taiwan. In fact, in the next couple of years, that number is going to reach about 10,000 students here. Well, I feel Chand और मंगल पे तो हम पहुंच ही गए, अब जुपिटर भी ज़्यादा दूर नहीं है. Well, I must say this entire experience has been very overwhelming for me and my mind is blown. So I need to take a break. Right now I'm heading to... Wait, I won't tell you where I'm heading. I'm going to show you. Follow me. Strengthening ties between Taiwan and India is a process happening faster than expected. We just heard about the opportunities that Taiwan offers its students. And our next destination is the place where they can use this knowledge in practicality. Well, I'm right at the spot where innovation meets technology and magic happens. Well, in this case, science happens when some of the greatest minds are applied to work. I'm at MediaTek at Hinshu Science Park, which has been at the heart of Taiwan's high-tech industry and has had some tremendous impact on its economy. Let's go ahead and check it out. The Hsinchu Science Park is Taiwan's first science park established in 1980 to introduce and upgrade the high-tech industries of Taiwan as well as to drive the economic developments of the nation. Well, it's interesting to know that MediaTek is the fourth largest IT design company in the world, with 90% of its workforce being engineers. They design the heart of consumer end devices like mobile phones and also Amazon's Alexa. Well, clearly, like their slogan, Everyday Genius, they're touching people's lives with their technological genius. MediaTek Ventures aren't constrained by geography as they invest in ventures and expand in stages of new companies by hiring people from all over the world. So tell me, how's the work culture like here in MediaTek and in Taiwan?
They have a very flat hierarchy over here. So we have even the experienced people who are around 9 years experience or 8 years experience. They share a lot with us. They don't mind sharing a lot with us.
Right. Tell me more. How has your experience been like in Taiwan so far?
Since it's been 3 years already in Taiwan, I've totally got used to the way of life. I totally feel it's like the balance of work and fun.
Brilliant. That's very refreshing to know that you can actually have a work-life balance here. Well, एक बात तो तय है, the kind of progress that has taken place in the last decade is purely because everything that they need is right here, be it the R&D facilities, or the manufacturing, or a steady supply of talent streamed right from the top universities. Like us Indians, Taiwanese take their education seriously, and with the solid backing of the institutions, along with support from such science parks, what's there to stop technology from evolving? We are right now at one of the hidden technological gems of Taiwan. It started out as a local industrial motor manufacturer, but now has become a world-renowned expert in this segment. I'm talking about TECO. While it may have started out as an industrial motor and electrical control equipment manufacturer, right now it is spanning into multiple verticals like IT, communications, dining, services, infrastructural engineering, home appliances, and so much more. Wow. Is there something they don't do? Well, let's go and find out. With its business scope covering over 100 cities in more than 40 countries in the 5 major continents, TECO has become a major game-changing global powerhouse. Back in the 1970s, TECO focused their capabilities to impact the household experience. They later diversified into electronics and IT, leaving a footprint on the world. With the Director of Sales and Marketing Division for Century Development Corporation, Mr. Manoj Kriplani. Well, tell us a little about your role here.
Okay, I'm associated with TECO Group for last couple of years, but I'm working for a company called Century Development Corporation.
Right.
India is a big market,
Right.
and given this new southbound policy, the initiative which Taiwan government have taken and again from India's and Look East policy.
Right.
So that's the direction from our side, and we'll make it happen. So we'll be the
Wonderful.
very first company from Taiwan who will be setting up a industrial park dedicated for Taiwanese companies who can have their manufacturing base in India.
How has it been living and working in Taiwan?
First of all, one of the safest country in the world. The
Right.
connectivity, convenience make you fall in love with this country.
I completely would agree with what you have to say. We are slowly falling in love with the place as well. I truly believe that your past can help you create your present, which in turn helps you concretize your future. And that's exactly what TECO is doing. TECO has been leading multiple countries into bolder territories and now leading someone closer to home. Well, TECO has decided to invest about $100 million in Bangalore as a part of company's efforts to make Bangalore a motor manufacturing hub. Well, now that's a big leap for both the countries. Let's find out more. Taiwan is moving forward with developing technologies. I'm honored to interview one of the participants and creators of Taiwan's economic miracle, the group chairman of the TECO Group and chairman of Taiwan Industrial Business Association, Mr. Theodore Huang. Sir, thank you for seeing us today.
Thank you very much.
So Taiwan and India both are moving forward with developing technologies, and we are very excited to know about your investment in India.
India certainly is going to be not one of the biggest, I would say the biggest economy in the next 5 to 10 years.
Wow.
So we have to participate in this particular market. So I would like to bring our colleagues from Taiwan industries, Taiwan business, to be in India. And not only in Bangalore, we are also talking to Hyderabad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So TECO is doing world-class achievements in the fields of artificial intelligence and green energy machinery areas. How do you see these high-tech industrial developments impacting people's lives?
Currently, TECO has pretty good coverage for the world business perspective. So first, we'd like to have industrial products and to enable Indian industrialization. And second, we are trying to make India more eco,
Right.
more pollution proof. So maybe we will introduce electric vehicle. I know India is very strong in biotech,
Yes.
so we want to participate in that, that field also.
I must say the massive amount of progress here is super impressive, and we're looking forward for this association to go on and see some developments further. Thank you so much for seeing us today. I think it is so important to have a solid research facility who know how to use your resources wisely. And knowing that TECO's investment back home is almost going to double the amount of opportunities makes me so excited. Every country's progress depends on how strong their government is, and with each passing day, it's imperative to know the inner workings of the office and what all their plans are to make the country progress. Let's hear it from the one who heads this, the Foreign Affairs Minister, Mr. Joseph Wu. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much for taking time to speak with me, and I'm very glad to have this opportunity.
Of course, our pleasure. So tell me, India and Taiwan are known to be such happy places with such happy and diligent, hardworking people. What do you think are the similarities between the two countries that actually lead to such shared traits?
I would say the most important matter of all is that both countries are democratic countries, and we share the same values of freedom and democracy. And you are the biggest democracy in the world.
Absolutely.
And Taiwan people are very passionate about our democratic system, about our freedom, our protection of human rights.
Right.
And you can see that there's a lot of room for the two countries to continue to interact and to treasure the relationship with each other.
And just in time, we also hear about the new southbound policy. How do you think that policy can help strengthen ties between the both countries?
New southbound policy was launched when the current government took office in 2016. And it has been very successful. We are seeing more investment, bilateral investment. We are seeing more trade with each other. We are seeing more people coming from the new southbound policy countries to Taiwan. There are also more students from these countries coming to Taiwan. And take India, for example. Our investment in India last year has reached $360 million US.
Wow.
And that's a tremendous amount compared to what we did before. And I think it has to do with the results of both sides sign a bilateral investment agreement with each other. I think the trade volume has also been increasing. And some of the Indian students also seeking employment in Taiwan's high-tech corporations. And we are very glad that Indian talents are showing up here in Taiwan and working with Taiwanese.
So what are the programs and opportunities that the Indians can avail when they want to come study and work in Taiwan?
Taiwan and India signed quite a few agreements with each other. No matter whether it's in medicine or in the environment, in agriculture or in technology. These are all areas that the Indians are more than welcome to come to Taiwan to interact with us or even seeking employment in Taiwan to take advantage of the very friendly environment here in Taiwan.
What would you want to say to our Indian viewers? Why would they come and embrace Taiwan?
Well, this is something that the world probably doesn't have much knowledge about. But when you come across any kind of survey that surveys the best place in the world, the friendliest place in the world, and etc., Taiwan always comes up on the top. Not always ranked number one, but almost always ranked at the top tier. And we are very happy about that. And one of the most recent survey conducted by Internations, a survey network, it shows that Taiwan is the best place to live in. They are interviewing more than 20,000 expatriates, and all these expatriates shows that Taiwan is the best place in the world. And if you look at the working environment, easy to live in, or friendliness, or safety, especially in the regard of affordable healthcare.
Right.
People enjoy staying here in Taiwan. So we would like to offer Taiwan to the Indian people who want to visit a different place and enjoy a very different culture but very friendly environment. They are more than welcome.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us today. I'm sure that listening to you, I love to see how the ties between Taiwan and India are strengthening, and we hope for this cooperation in the future. Thank you so much. You know, I was just telling my vegetarian friends they have so many food options here, and I can talk to them so easily because so many stores like 7-Eleven, Moe's Burger, Watson's, they all offer free Wi-Fi. So you can travel here and you need not worry about your data plans. Taiwan has so much to offer in terms of food, not only for the non-vegetarians, but also for the vegetarians. And the Wi-Fi connectivity throughout makes it easier to locate these places. You know, I must admit that Taiwan is actually every tourist's dream because Taiwanese people are so warm and friendly. And you know what? They've managed to replicate this experience into a store which is unmanned. Right now, I am at one of those 7-Eleven stores, which is the first unmanned store in Taipei. So I'll go inside, but I'll not be able to find anyone because everything is being done with the help of artificial intelligence and IoT. These stores employ a variety of new software and hardware to operate a new series of services provided via facial recognition technology, including Face In for entry to the store, Face Pay to make payments, and Face Go for checkout. One thing I've understood during traveling is that the places and the people are very crucial to your experience. But above all that, it's the food. And Taiwan has abundance of options. Since I love everything, there's ample variety for me, and I've discovered so many local joints which are representative of Taiwanese culture. You know, when I'm traveling, I love trying out local cuisines and exploring their different flavors. पर हर ट्रिप में ऐसा एक मोमेंट जरूर आता है जब मुझे मन करता है कि भाई आज इंडियन खाना खा लिया जाए. So मैंने सोचा why not find out the most popular Indian restaurant here. It's called Mayur's Indian Kitchen. Oh, it looks so good. घर की याद आ गई देखकर सच में. Look at that तड़का. How much I missed it. Oh my god. There's a reason why this place is so popular. Absolutely bang on. I must say, the food is so amazing that I feel like personally meeting Mayur and complimenting him for the amazing creations that are here. Let's go find him. Tell me, since how long have you been in Taiwan?
This is my almost 11th year.
Wow.
And of running a business almost 9th year. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So I think you'll be the best person to tell me what are the benefits of actually opening a restaurant in Taiwan? Was it easy?
Taiwanese authorities and the government and the local people are so friendly that even if you are coming from outside and you have such language barriers, but still they would help you and you can set up your business here.
In general, how has your experience been in Taiwan so far?
Taiwan offers all these things what we as an Indian always looking for unity and diversity, and they offer diverse, such environment that you could get very good taxation system, you could get very good environment, season, food, culture, people are so friendly, and the government is so nice that they are going to help you each and everything. So I think it's one of the best country for the people who wants to do business, who want to travel, or who want to even study here. That's why I like Taiwan.
Well, for a day full of discoveries that I've had, this delicious meal was the perfect fitting end that I could have asked for. I have had the best day exploring this country, so technologically advanced, yet traditionally vivid and colorful, that I cannot wait to dip my feet into its exquisite culture.